City of Parma versus Adam Mueller. Excuse me. Mueller, this matter is set for an ability to pay hearing pursuant to Ohio Revised Code 2947.14. The evidence, at least to the best of my knowledge, is that it was not initially heard in front of me, but it's not the initial case, was that you were fined $50 in costs and failure to use a turn signal pursuant to a violation, Parma 330-108. You entered a no contest plea, and the court found you guilty and fined you $50 in costs. And apparently, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know. My understanding was that you just exhibited a desire not to pay the fines. Is that what I'm understanding? Is that correct?
I have a question first. Can I record this hearing with my phone?
No.
Okay.
It's against the law and our rules, actually.
Okay.
Okay.
I just wanted to get that on the record. But yes, I had no intention of paying this fine because I believe that my action, regardless of the law, was safe. And now this is the second time I've had to drive 4 hours to come here under the threat of violence. And so I'd have no intention of paying people money who threaten me with violence.
Okay. Well, I'm required by law, by that statute that I just talked about, I revised 2947-14, to conduct a hearing, and I will do that. Raise your right hand, if you will. Solemnly swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, whose hands under God with him with perjury.
I don't know what you're going to ask me.
Basically, I'm asking you, you swear to tell the truth. I'm going to ask you basically just a couple of questions regarding your finances, that's all. Nothing overly personal, just at this point.
I'm not sure I'll answer all your questions, but...
What you answer to me, will you do so truthfully?
Sure.
Thank you. All right, are you employed?
I don't choose to answer that question.
Okay. Let me explain something. You're under oath, first of all, but most importantly, if you do not have the right, you have the right to say anything against your right against self-incrimination. You have that right. We're not at that stage now. Anything I'm saying, asking you now has nothing to do with a criminal offense. All we're trying to do is establish whether you have the ability to pay these fines or you don't. Simple, and cost.
I don't, even if I had $1 million in my bank account, I would still choose not to allocate $156 to this offense.
I understand it. Let me ask you this, without getting into specifics, as to what your financial position is necessarily. Do you have the ability to pay this fine? If I said, I want you to pay this $50 fine, and would your response be, I don't have $50, or would your response be to me, I'm not going to pay $50? I have it, I'm just not going to pay it.
I mean, if we're talking about logical solutions, I'd much rather donate $50 to a charity.
Well, that's not an option in this case. That's not what this is about. And I think you know that. You're certainly an intelligent
Well, it seems to be that this is about money, and if you don't get it from me, you're going to put me in your cage and charge all the people of Parma that fine, 3 cents a day for everybody, but yet you're purporting to protect these people, but yet you're going to charge them money if I don't give you money. This is only about money.
It's about money.
Do you understand the situation in which I was ticketed, sir?
You pled no contest, which means you admitted the fact that the court found you guilty of the charge. The court has every right to fine you, and there's court costs applicable. The court has every right to fine you, and they did. The question here is, are you refusing to pay the fine, or are you telling me under oath that you don't have the ability to pay the fine? That's a simple question.
I don't understand. That seems to be incriminating me in some sense. I'm not really sure what your agenda is. To me,
I don't have an agenda.
The agenda seems to be to get money one way or the other. And so if you can't get it from me, you're going to get it from the taxpayers.
And how are we going to get it from the taxpayers?
Well, because you charge the taxpayers of Parma tax for your facilities here. And so if I'm
I personally care less about
the
money per se. Personally, it is not my money. I don't get a nickel out of it. All I'm trying to do is enforce a lawful judgment of the court. That's all I'm trying to do.
I'm not sure.
If you're telling me...
I don't know if I get to talk.
Uh-huh.
I don't know when I get to speak. If you knew the circumstances of this ticket, I don't think you would be so adamant about the fine.
We're beyond that now. You already entered a plea to the charge, so that has nothing to do with it.
That's because, sir, I live 4 hours away, and I'm not interested in coming back here for hearings over and over to a system that's already rigged against me. Again, this is about money. And so even if I pled not guilty, you guys are still going to, get money from the trial, the prosecutor that gets to show up, that justifies all your actions. My goal is to end this simply as possible. If there's anything I am willing to do, it is donate. I'll donate $156 to a charity of my choice. I'll provide this court with a record of that, and that'd be fine
that way.
Well, then I don't know how it works. Then you're going to have to show the violence inherent.
So you're telling me you have $156 to pay the fines and costs, is what you're saying. You just said that on the record, correct?
I said that if it would please this court, I would donate money to a charity. That's all I said.
Well, that
you can
indicates
insinuate that however you
but by
like.
saying that indicates you have $156 available and you just refuse to pay it. That's what you're saying, correct?
You are making a perception of a statement, but
I think not. I think you just said, I'll be glad to pay $156 to a charity of your choice, but it doesn't work that way. How about community service? You want to do community service since you want to give money to charities and all?
my existence is community service. If you would, I would do community service to the Police Accountability Fund, a 501c3.
That's your self-styled fund. Let's face it, you kept telling me that the police have an agenda. Sir, you have an agenda.
You're right,
Now,
I do.
you just
It's to show
told
the
me,
violence
and that's
inherent
fine.
in the
We all
system.
have, I suppose we all have agendas in our
Right, there's no
personal
problem with
lives.
somebody having an agenda.
But understand this. You have now told me
They have my
that you
Facebook
have
status.
the ability to pay the fine. You can now put that on the record to my satisfaction, because you said on several occasions, at least 2 occasions, that you would be glad to do this and that and pay monies to charities or blah, 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 as long as you can choose a charity. So I think we've established you have the ability to pay the fine. So let me tell you how this works. I'll let you do community service. I'll put you on a payment plan. If you choose to decline either one of those or pay the fine, if you choose to decline either one of those, then 294714 says we can put you in jail. Nobody wants to feed you, but if that's what you want to do, if that helps you with your agenda, that's fine. I will do that. I will tell you straight out, I'm giving you every chance to do what you want to do. I'll tell you straight out, you're going to do a day in jail. Because the fine was $50, you get $50 credit for the day in jail. As far as your court costs, I can't jail you for not paying court costs. It's a totally different animal. The law looks at them differently. I can do several things, but jail's not one of them. So, your call. You want to do community service, you want to be on payment plan, or you want to be a guest for the day?
Let's go be a guest.
All right. And
It's a shame you're going to choose to punish a bunch of people that have nothing to do with this.
I'm not looking to punish anybody.
You have some agenda, right?
I have no agenda. I don't care one way or the other if people choose to do with their lives. I'm fulfilling my obligations, nothing more. And people will tell you in this court that there's no one that would rather
Who are your
not put
obligations
people
to,
to jail
and
than
who are
me,
you
but whatever.
protecting today?
I'm sorry?
Who are your obligations to, and who are you protecting today?
It's not a matter of protection. It's a matter of you defying the law, and you're doing it on purpose, and this is what's going to happen. All right, the court says to defend his own testimony that he would indicate he would be willing to donate $6 to a charity of his.
Heck, I would have donated $500 to the charity of my choice. Try to get these guys money. Right? For what? Why are you yelling at me, man? What did I do to you? No, but you're talking to me like I'm I'm your property or something. You can't tell me what to do. Not yet. I'm sure you'd like to, though.
Okay. Therefore, pursuant to Ohio Revised Code 2947-14, defendant shall be incarcerated for 1 day
In order to collect money.
No, it's in lieu of collecting any money.
Someone's got to pay the bill. Salary, these guys aren't free. These handcuffs weren't free.
Well, since you don't live in this town, I guess it really doesn't affect you.
Nope, I just saved $156. And I got a free meal. Maybe a couple.
Probably going to get 3.
All right. Unless they just leave me in the fish tank, or this guy beats me up like he probably wants to. Kicks me down the stairs or something.
I think that's the furthest thing from any of these officers' minds.
Oh, come on.
Regarding the court costs, the matter shall be
Don't use your blinker, go to jail.
referred to capital recovery, election, civil action, and defendants' license and plates shall have a registration block placed on them. Okay, you can take them on down, guys. Thank you.
But for the most part, your traffic violations and your non-moving violations, such as no left turn or tail light out or seatbelt violations, they're all minor misdemeanors. So, all right, and in a minor misdemeanor traffic matter, you can't, jail cannot be imposed as a possible sentence.